Today, we are going to be talking about the AMCAS application. I wish it was like copy paste.
Yeah, who are you?
That essentially sign away your rights to see the recommendation.
Tailing your list.
Hi, guys.
What's up?
I'm Simone.
And I'm Jaden.
And we are
Healers with You. What is the AMCAS?
It is the American Medical College Application Service. This is the application that you use for MD schools in America or the Caribbean.
Yep. This year, something new with the AMCAS is that the application is going to open for you to start putting in your information on May 2nd. But it's not going to open for you to submit earliest until May 30th.
May 30th. So that is the earliest time. We always recommend that you submit your application as early as possible because med schools have
rolling admission. So the first couple of sections when you first open the AMCAS will have identifying information, like basic stuff like what schools you attended, including high school, other transcripts if you have any like transfer credits or anything like that.
Absolutely, all of your colleges that you've attended, including your dual credit classes, all of that needs to be in there. Then there's some other biographical information like
demographics, who are you?
Exactly, all
stuff
of
like that.
So the next section that we're going to talk about, which is super important, is the coursework section.
Yeah.
This is where you'll put any course that you've ever taken at a college in here. You'll put the classification that you took it in, what semester you took it, what's the name of the course, what's the number of the course, what your transcript grade is. And that's all very important that you put it exactly how it is in your transcript because that can slow down the processing of your application if it's a little off.
For sure. Definitely the reason why it opens on May 2nd, but you can't submit until May 30th. So you have all that time to really type that in. Because you can't just submit your transcript and then populates it for you.
Exactly. I wish it was like copy paste.
Yeah.
No, they want very specific things. So you want to make sure that all of that is right before you hit submit.
Yeah, so sit down and just be very careful with that. The next section is the work and activities section. On the AMCAS, you get 15 little spaces where you can write in your activities list. It's like anything that you've done throughout your I think it's the last 5 years is what they say.
Right.
Yeah.
You will have about 700 characters, including spaces, to talk about all 15 of those activities. But you also choose 3 activities that you want to be your quote unquote most meaningful experiences. And then you'll get an extra 1,325 characters to talk about why it was so meaningful to the physician that you're going to become.
Yeah, but remember, you don't need to have 15 different activities for your activities list. Just feel what is most important to you and what applies to your life school journey. Even if it's like loosely just shows who you are as a person, like clubs that are like not necessarily medical or like any like hobbies or anything. You have to show you're a well-rounded person within your activities.
Absolutely.
And make sure your activities list also just tells the story of part of your application.
So next, we're going to be talking about letters of recommendation.
Yep.
So AMCAS allows you to have 10 letters of recommendation, which is a ton, but most schools only require you to have 3 to 5. I had 4 letters of recommendation. You will request that your recommenders submit their recommendation on Interfolio or the AMCAS letter writer application service. This is the way that you can essentially sign away your rights to see the recommendation before you submit your application.
And also on the application, you can send since you have 10 letters to send, you can pick and choose where you want to send which letters.
Yeah, you can choose which schools get which letter.
Next is where you insert what schools you want to apply to. It's recommended that you apply to at least 20 schools, but
like 15 to 20 schools.
Yeah. And then this is also where you put what degree programs at that specific school, like MD by itself or MD MPH or MD PhD. We will be talking about how to put together your med school list and those individual programs in a later video.
Next, you will have the personal statement section. This is a statement that is basically asking, why do you want to be a physician? This is where you get a chance to tell your story, really tie in your activities with the rest of the story and telling why you want to be a doctor, why medicine. You get 5,300 characters, including spaces, to tell that wonderful story.
It's recommended that you type your personal statement in a separate document and then paste that into the actual application. You should do that for like even the activity sections and everything else. You shouldn't type it in just for like grammar mistakes or if anything happens with your application. So you have that
You want to
actually save it. Yes.
Yeah, you
So
don't want to do all that work and not have any backup.
Exactly.
So that's a great little tip.
The next section is going to be the standardized test scores, where you can have your test scores and dates for your MCAT and your preview test, which is your like the behavioral test that the AMCAS is doing now.
You're also able to put future test dates or intended test dates in there so that your application can be submitted and you're still planning to take the MCAT again. This will allow your application time to process, even though you don't have all your scores in, and will be like a warning or a signal to the schools that they don't have all of your test scores in yet. So the next section is the fees. Money, 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 money. As we know, this is a very expensive process. The base fee for one school would be $175 plus $45 for each additional school.
We'll talk about tailoring your list, making sure you optimize, okay, what schools are going to be like far reaches, undershoots, reach, within range, all of that in an upcoming video.
Yeah, so that way you're optimizing how much money you're spending on this process.
Exactly. All right. Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Add any comments or questions you have about AMCAS or anything pertaining the
Med school journey
process down below.
We hope you learned something and
Good
luck on your application.
Bye.
Bye.